Before discussing this particular problem, I would love to introduce a concept to you. 1 plus 3 is 4, 1 plus 3 plus 5 is 9, 1 plus 3 plus 5 plus 7 is 16, 1 plus 3 plus 5 plus 7 plus 9 is 25, and so on. What do you mean by this? Sum of first n odd numbers is n square. 1 plus 3 is 2 square, 1 plus 3 plus 5 is 3 square, 1 plus 3 plus 5 plus 7 is 4 square, 1 plus 3 plus 5 plus 7 plus 9 is 5 square, and so on. That means sum of first n odd numbers is n square. Okay, look at the question. The question is like this. Sum of m and n terms of an AP are in the ratio m square is to n square. The ratio of mth and nth term is, or mth to n term also you can say, option A m square by n square, option B m is to n, option C 2m minus 1 is to 2n minus 1, option D n is to m. Look at this, dear students. You can see here Sm over Sn is equal to m square over n square. What is that we have to find out? What is Tm over Tn? It's a very simple concept, dear students. This is m square means for the time being forget about denominator. Sm is m square. That means it is an odd sequence. First sum of first m odd numbers is m square. Consider the denominator. Sn is n square. Sum of first n odd numbers is n square. Then Tm by Tn. What is mth term of an odd sequence? That is 2m minus 1. Do you agree with me? What about Tn? 2n minus 1. So that clearly says option C is correct. The solution looks like very, very simple. But frankly speaking, dear students, if you look into the textbook, you will have half a page of explanation for this. I'm repeating my words again. You must not spend more than 20 seconds to solve a problem of mathematics. Right? I hope you have followed this. Now let us go to the next problem. Dear students, before discussing next problem, I would love to give you one important information. Dear students, before discussing next problem, one information I would love to share with you is 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus 4 up to n is given by n into n plus 1 by 2. This is a familiar formula to you. This you have studied in your 9th standard. And 1 square plus 2 square plus 3 square up to n square is, of course, you should have understood this in your first PUC, that is n into n plus 1 into 2n plus 1 by 6. And 1 cube plus 2 cube plus 3 cube up to n cube is given by n into n plus 1 by 2 whole square. I hope, dear students, you know all these things. You can summarize this using this. Sigma n is given by n into n plus 1 by 2. Sigma n square is given by n into n plus 1 into 2n plus 1 by 6. Sigma n cube is given by n into n plus 1 by 2 whole square. If you know these three formulae, you can easily solve this. Look at this, dear students. A, B, C. A is 1, 2, 3 up to n. That is, A is nothing but equal to sigma n. Sigma n is given by n into n plus 1 divided by 2. This you must be aware, right? A is sigma n. Sigma n is given by n into n plus 1 by 2. Can you tell me what is B? B is sigma n square. Sigma n square is given by n into n plus 1 into 2n plus 1 divided by 6. This is definitely 6 means I can write it as 2 into 3. You can remember this, n into n plus 1 by 2, 2n plus 1 by 3. That is another way of remembering the things. And we have A, B, C. What is C? C is given by sigma n square, sigma n cube. Sigma n cube is given by n into n plus 1 divided by 2 whole square. So, I hope, dear students, you have understood this. Now, let us look into the question. What is a square minus b into a square minus c, b square minus c into c square minus a into c square minus b? A square minus b, a square minus c, b square minus c square minus a, c square minus b. What is that equal to? Look at this, dear students. Can you relate a and b? What is the relation between a and b? A is n into n plus 1 by 2. C is n into n plus 1 by 2 whole square. Can we write this as a square? Do you agree with me? This is a square. C is equal to a square. Correct? C is equal to a square. Then what is a square minus c? If c is a square, then what is a square minus c? A square minus c is 0. Now look at the question back. We have a square minus b, a square minus c, b square minus c square minus a, c square minus b. Out of which a square minus c is 0, 0 into any number is 0, therefore option D is correct. See how simple the problem is. Do you have a better shortcut than this? Yes, we have. What is it? Simple logic. Take only two terms. What is A? A is 3. If you don't know this formula, what is A? A is 3. What is B? B is 5. What is C? C is 9. This is 3, 5, 9. Just substitute in this, right? Just substitute in this particular value. A square minus B. A is 3, B is 5 and C is 9. I hope, dear students, you are understanding why I am calling this as 3, 5, 9. 1 plus 2 is 3, 1 plus 4 is 5, 1 plus 8 is 9. Just substitute here, there also you will get the answer as 0. Understood this, dear students? Make a note of this. Now we shall move on to the next topic. Dear students, you must know one important information before discussing this particular problem. What is that? Sum of infinite terms of a geometric progression is equal to S infinity, that is given by A by 1 minus R, provided modulus of R should be less than 1 and A is the first term, R is the common ratio. I hope you have studied this in your 10th standard and you have well understood when you were studying and you have well understood in your 11th standard. Look at the question, dear students. 1 plus 2 by 3 plus 1 by 3 square plus 2 by 3 cube plus 1 by 3 power 4 plus 2 by 3 power 5 plus 1 by 3 power 6 and so on. See, forget about all mathematics, geometry, geometric progression, arithmetic progression. Let us simply use some common sense and analyze this particular problem. Look at this, dear students. You have 1 plus something. You don't have any negative number here. So the answer must be greater than 1. Look at the options. Whichever is less than 1, just try to avoid it. You can easily observe option C is 8 by 15, which is nearly equal to 0.5, you can say. It is highly impossible. Now we have to choose one among the 3 options. Got it? Anyway, so there is one more logic. That logic I will explain you at the end of this. First, let us use this, the concept of geometric progression, and solve this. Let me rewrite the terms 1 plus 1 by 3 square, 1 plus 1 by 3 square, plus 1 by 3 power 4, you can see here, plus 1 by 3 power 6. Have I missed out anything, dear students? Yes, I have not written this and all. Now I am writing it. Plus, you can see here 2 by 3 plus 2 by 3 cube plus 2 by 3 plus 2 by 3 cube plus 2 by 3 power 5. Do you agree with me? You can guess the numbers also. This is the actual sequence given. Now, do you agree with me? This is a geometric progression with infinite terms, and it is an infinite GP. That is, sum of infinite terms of a geometric progression is given by S infinity, that is A by 1 minus R. So, the first part is A by 1 minus R. What is A? A is first term. What is common ratio? 1 by 9. Do you agree with me? Right? That is equal to 1 divided by 1 minus 1 by 9. Second term by first term will give us 1 minus 1 by 9. So, this is about the first part. Look at the second one, plus 2. Do you agree with me? We can take common. We are left with 1 by 3 plus 1 by 3 cube plus 1 by 3 power 5 and so on. So, let me make it more simple. We can write it as 2 by 3. I am taking 2 by 3 common. What is left out? 2 by 3 I have taken common. We are left out with 1 here plus 2 by 3 cube. We have taken 2 by 3 common. That means to say 1 by 3 square and so on. Do you agree with me? What is that equal to? What is that equal to? So, you can see here, dear students, there is 1 by 1 minus 1 by 9. 9 is the LCM, that 9 will go to numerator. 9 minus 1 is 8. So, this is 9 by 8. Do you agree with me? That is equal to 9 by 8 plus 9 by 8 plus 2 by 3 times. What is this? 2 by 3 times, this is also 9 by 8, because just now we have evaluated it. That is equal to 9 by 8, 2 by 3 times 9 by 8. Is that correct? 9 by 8 plus 2 by 3 times 9 by 8. So, can we simplify anything here? 2 4s are, and this is 3 3s are. 9 by 8 plus 3 by 4. What is 9 by 8 plus 3 by 4? Can we simplify this? 8 is a common LCM. 9 plus 6, that is 15 by 8. Got it, dear students? So, that simplification will straight away give us 15 by 8. Option A is correct. I think this is the simplest way to approach this particular problem. I hope, dear students, you have followed this. Now, let us go to the next problem.